Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Myself Bala here and welcome you all to my channel. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel. In this video, I'm just going to discuss about an indicator and also trying to create that indicator on charting. So first we have to discuss about that indicator, how we can use that indicator and what is the use of that. Someone who asking me about that indicator possible to create. I'm just going to take that indicator is about RS, relative strength. So one more indicator is called RSI, relative strength index, which both are not same. So RS, where we can use this for relative strength between two stocks or an index. For example, we are to comparing one more stock comparing with the Nifty or some other stock. So the normal formula where we can derive this, but this kind of things are not available in charting. I tried with a different way. So let me show on the end of this video. So stock price divided by the benchmark like index, whatever you can do, and you will be finding the RS. So if it is greater than 0, we may be looking for the stock which is outperforming compared to that benchmark, and if it is less than 0, it is performing or underperforming of that 0. That is what the use of RS. So relative strength, and RSI is a relative strength index, which is showing you overbought, oversold, such a kind of thing which we can derive. So this is what an indicator with the relative strength index. Relative strength is different from the relative strength index. Here I just comparing, and also I tried one trading view coding. So anyone who want, you just ping me on the comment box. I will share you that coding, or you can just ping me on the WhatsApp number which showing here in the video itself. So directly WhatsApp me. I'll share this code if anyone who require this one. So what I'm just created this coding here, you to compare anything. So I just remove this particular RSI because it is not required, and here we are comparing Nifty versus Nifty. That is why that flat line where you can see that is 0, because it is not outperforming or underperforming, because it is the same instrument we are comparing, but it doesn't give you any result. Okay, so if I am just making any other stocks in the above chart, in the below we are comparing with the Nifty. So let me show here, it is about a Nifty. So I'm taking out 50 period, last 50 days performance of a particular stock comparing with Nifty 50, that is Nifty index, where you can see that is Nifty. It is an index which we are going to use here to comparing any other stocks along with this Nifty. So let me try for some other stock, any one which we can go with. Let me go for a Tata Steel. Okay, so let me wait here. RS of this is loading. Okay, here last 50 period where Tata Steel is underperforming compared to the Nifty. That is what this particular indicator we to identify how this is performing relative to the Nifty. So here last 50 days where you can calculate. So from that point, it is a daily chart. I'm just going to calculate last 50 bars up to this. So last 50 bars exactly here. So it doesn't give you big changes, almost 0.49% of 49, just about, it doesn't move anywhere. Last 50 bars, it doesn't give you big change over here. Or you can easily calculate from this is the 50th bar. So opening and today's closing is exactly near about 0.5%. So if you are going to check the Nifty, Nifty 50 index. So let me go with the last 50 bars. We do find it out from last 50 bars. I think from here 51 and 50. So if you're comparing, it is more than 6%. So where Nifty is good performed compared to that particular stock. Okay, so where you can see last 50 bar Nifty is almost 6.7%. But in this case of Tata Steel, comparing with the Nifty, it doesn't give you such a big performance. So that is why last 50 days performance is less than 0. So that shows the stock is underperforming compared to the Nifty. That is what the main concept where we can use it on a relative strength. It is not a relative strength index again, it's a relative strength. Okay, so this code you can easily compare any instrument with any other instrument also, or simply one more formula, the same formula as that also we can do with here in this particular trading view chart. I just going to use a Tata Steel divided by Nifty. So this will tell you how this performance would be. This is not about Nifty benchmark, stock key, stock B, that will not giving you such a right thing. Here is the one. Maybe it is looks like the same chart here, but that was not working. So, but that is a formula. So where we can get it, but using this indicator, so we can easily finding out how that is relative performance of any stock, whether it is increase or decrease. That is the meaning. So how that stock is outperforming compared to the benchmark. So some other stocks which we can look for here. So Tata Motor, something like you can check with that how it is outperforming compared to the Nifty. It is underperforming compared to the Nifty because it is less than zero. We are taking over the period of time. So we are calculating 50 days period, and last 50 days, if you are taking out here, if it is the last 50 days, it was underperforming Nifty. As of now, it is also be underperforming. Like a top performing stock also, we can look for some other stocks. Techem, I seen that was going good on comparing to the Nifty. So how do we find out if it is an above to the zero line? It was giving you such a good performance when it is rising from the bottom, or when it is keep on rising in upward trends above to the zero. That was showing you it may be going to give you some better performance compared to the Nifty index. Okay, so that is what main use of this particular indicator, that will tell you how that relative strength of this. For example, last 50 bars, Nifty 6%. So where you can look at the stock, how much percent it is increased, 51 bars. And if you are taking out 50 bars, let me calculate it from that particular point. So as of now, it is almost 22%. So that is why this particular index are moving very greater, and that was generating a good result. And this slope of this particular indicator is keep on upward trend, and it is crossed above zero after. So I'm not teaching you any trading strategy here. You can make your own trading strategy with this coding, and after breaking out this particular point, maybe even it is going to go good move, good performance over Nifty. So that we can easily find out. Here you can also compare some other Nifty versus Bank Nifty also. So now I am just taking a Nifty. Here you can change any index, Nifty Bank, the spot. If I'm comparing Nifty Bank, and I comparing with HDFC Bank, whether HDFC Bank, so currently it is less than zero. So comparatively, it is zero, nearby zero. It is equivalent to the performance like Axis. Let me check. It is loading now. So it is even it is better performing comparatively Bank Nifty. So let me try for Nifty with the versus Bank Nifty. So Nifty is higher comparing to the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is underperforming than Nifty. Nifty is going good compared to the Bank Nifty because it is less than zero. But if you are taking it is about a period of 50 period, you can select how much period you want, that you can change over here. Here I am using 50 period. If I am using a 30 period, that is 30 days level. So if I'm just 30 days, it was still it is underperforming comparing to the last 30 days. If you are back period of 30 days, Nifty is outperforming compared to the Bank Nifty. Okay, like you can also check an individual stock also comparing. For example, here I'm just using your Tata Motor and same sector stocks, Tata Motor I'm just added here. So normal days calculation is a 50. I will change it over 50, and I'm going to compare with Marvel. So some of the same stocks. So let me check. It is slightly higher. Maruti is slightly higher versus the, here it is name showing Nifty, but what are the stock which you have mentioned here? That is what the thing which you are going to compare. So Nifty 50, 50 days comparison. So Maruti is slightly above to the zero. Maybe if it is continuous, it is going to be outperform the Nifty. So overall, and here is the period where it is crossed above zero, and it was giving you some good movement over the period of almost 1.5 months. So that was giving you over Nifty. That is what movement again to the Nifty. So I just make that as in the coding in charting. So by scanner it was not possible. Maybe I will be discussing about the scanner in next video. But here, so these are all the stocks in last 50 days outperforming. So I'm just calculating Nifty's performance value is an 100. But that case it is 0, right? And the indicator base is 0 and it is crossed above 0. We are looking for the outperformance, or it is greater than above and looking for moving upward. So we are expecting that as an outperformance. Here in charting that was not possible. I just compare Nifty as an 100. If any stock which is more than 100, that is outperforming Nifty. If it is less than 100, it was not performing, it is underperforming compared to the Nifty. So let me take some of the stock BEL, Geofin and Taken and even IndusInd Bank. So these are all the slightly outperform. Let me compare and confirm with this particular indicator. So let me go for a BEL. So that is, you can look at this, that was good outperforming compared to the Nifty. So maybe Nifty increases 10% means it may be increase around 20% or even more comparing to the last 50 days. Okay, outperformance. And on a GeoFin is the second stock that is showing you last 50 days. Here it is after crossing 0 and it was giving you some good result comparing to the Nifty. So that is what Nifty is and our index. Okay. So another stock which I seen is TKM IndusInd Bank. Let me check that. It's showing you here IndusInd Bank. So that is also outperforming last 50 days comparing to this Nifty. And one more stock which I'm seeing is TKM ETER. So just for a reference, I'm just checking this. This is also outperforming here. And ETER, the one more stock. So that is also greater than the 0. Greater than the 0 means it is showing you an outperformance. So underperforming, so where I can change this less than, for example, Bajaj Finance due to some split, it was showing you very less. And NTPC, Sun Pharma, JSW Steel, where we can check whether it is less than 0. If it is less than 0 means that is yeah, here it is less than 0, it was not giving you better performance compared to the Nifty. Whether I'm not discussing about the stocks written or Nifty written, I'm comparing this one with the relative strength to the index is about underperformance. Okay. And one more thing, NTPC, Sun Pharma. Let me check Sun Pharma, and that is also be below 0. And NTPC. So likewise, you may select some of the stock which is giving you some better performance over the Nifty. So you may be to look for those stocks for short term or long term investment. But the period which you have selected is in 100. So that will help you. But we have created that in charting right now. So we will try to use and make a scanner how the first time where the stock crosses above the 0 line or the 100%. We'll be updating on the next videos. I hope you understood the difference between RS and RSI. So this both are different. RS is about the relative strength of comparing with another stock or another index. So like you can also find it maybe whatever the index you want, you can add there and you compare the stocks. I hope this video may be useful and you maybe understand the logic, and thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel to get more update. Thank you.